Paris vlog. So we just got into our Airbnb for Paris like probably 45 minutes ago. We left Lyon this morning probably at like I think it was like 9:45, and then we drove about 4 hours to go tour the school that Tyler is applying to go to next year. And so we got a tour there, and it was so cool. The program is like, so it's 3 years, and from my understanding, there's not really any summer because they do like 6 months on like doing school, and then they do a 6-month internship, and then they go back to school, 6 months internship, back to school, 6-month internship for 3 years, and then they graduate with like an insane amount of like practical and like administrative knowledge from all of that. But it seems super cool. And then we drove the final 45 minutes to our Airbnb because our Airbnb is like an hour train ride outside of Paris. But so now we all just kind of came in and we set up. The Airbnb is absolutely fucking incredible. It's so pretty. It's literally beautiful. And so now we're all just kind of hanging out. John Henry and them are playing in the backyard. I just got my school calendar, like my class schedule came out today. So I'm putting all that into my Google Calendar and like customizing that stuff up. Mom and Dad are walking around. And I know my mom had mentioned maybe going into the city tonight to see the Eiffel Tower tonight, which I really want to do, but I don't know if the kids are too tired. So that's kind of what it is for tonight. Tomorrow we have kind of like a more chill day in the evening. We're going to Versailles, and they're doing like a fireworks show in the evening, so we're doing that. And then on Saturday we are going to the couture exhibit at the Louvre, which is, oh my god, I'm so excited. I know it's gonna be so incredible. And me, mom and the girls are doing that. And then Tyler, Dad, and like the boys are going to a tour of the PSG stadium, which is so awesome. And then on Sunday, I'm not sure if we're leaving Sunday or if we're leaving Monday, but I'm not sure what we're doing Sunday anyway. But so yeah, that's kind of how it is right now. I'm just working on school stuff, but we're in Good morning. Today's our first full day in Paris. I'm actually so excited to be here. But so we're all getting ready right now, and then it's about an hour train ride, I believe, into the city. So we're gonna leave soon so we can catch that train, and then we are going to go and get some pastries for breakfast from a boulangerie patisserie place, and then we're going to this like little like cafe where you can get like customized hairbrushes. And so I know Mom and I are gonna do that. Amelia probably will too, so we're gonna do that. And then I believe we're trying to go up the Eiffel Tower today, try to go like up the whole thing, because I really want to see like the whole city, because when we were here last time it was closed from like the first, like you could only go up the first level, which was alright. Like I'm so curious to see how much different the top level is from the first level, because like the first level like could have been the top from like my memory, like it was so like vast. And so we're doing that today, and then I think we're just gonna kind of walk around, explore the city, and then tonight we're going over to Versailles, where I believe my mom said it's like during the summer on like Fridays they do this like fireworks show. And so we were here last time, it was winter, so the grounds were like, they weren't in like their full bloom, but they're in their full bloom this time, and I'm so excited. I just know they're gonna be so beautiful. But that is the plan for today. We got kind of a booked day, so I'm really excited. I'm very excited. Got grub at this spot right here. It was so good. I got that like really thick like hot chocolate that I've seen on Instagram with the whipped cream. Delicious, absolutely scrumptious. So me and Mom and Stella and Amelia, we're gonna go to that store where you can like make your, I have a knob. She has a knob. Where you can make those personalized brushes. And we get there and it's like really dark and there's a line, and then we hear the women in front of us talking, and it seems like they were there the night before and nobody really let them in. Like, they ended up closing early. And so we were like, oh, like, is there no one in there? And they were like, yeah, it seems like something's weird about it. So we Googled it, and it's a national holiday in France today, so it's closed. But online, it said that they just had later opening hours because of it. So it was weird. But we might try to go back later today, or try to go back tomorrow to see if we can figure it out. We're going to walk past it right now. And then we're gonna go walk through the gardens of the Louvre, and then we're gonna go through that like sound museum that's behind it. And we've also seen on Instagram, it's like this big like white room, and there's like in the center there's like a hole, and it has like maybe a half foot of water in it, and there are all these bowls in it with like flowers and lily pads, and the bowls kind of clink together and they make pretty music. Like a sound bath. So we're going to get serenaded by the sound bath. And then tonight we have Versailles, but that has been this morning's adventures. We're all super full after our grub. It was delish. Yeah, that is the update. Vlog. We just got out of the museum that had the what was it called, Mama? It was called, I think, the sound bath,
whatever that is.
Sound bath.
Bourse de Commerce.
Oh, the museum is Bourse de Commerce, but the exhibit we were going to see was the sound bath, right?
Yeah.
And then so it was super cool. It was in this big room, and above it was like the like domed ceiling.
And it had a really cool like painting.
Yeah, and so like the ceiling, like the top of the dome was like glass, but then like around that was a big, like a really cool big painting. And then let's walk in the road. I fear we're about to walk into those holes. And then we walked around the other exhibit, which was like it was like a dome. There was like a big circle. We can look in the camera if there are cars behind us. There was like a big exhibit that had like paintings and stuff.
I really liked the one where it was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like the female body.
Yeah.
It was like it's like the body type, body trends. I was like,
wait, which one was that? I missed
I took a photo.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
It was like
it was basically like a dead black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was like
labeled,
black female 5'6". Yeah,
and
I
was
saw
saying,
that.
like body image is all that matters, and it had like different parts
Like attributes.
Labeled. Yeah.
That's super cool. I did see that. I didn't read the description next to it. That is really cool.
I did really like the vibe of the like 8 upside down dancing people.
Yeah, the 8 upside down people. That was cool. I read the little description for that.
Me too.
But now we've just gotten out of that museum, and we are going to the Eiffel Tower. We're gonna go the Tour de Eiffel. I keep seeing people with Zara bags everywhere.
Zara 50th.
Yeah, the Zara 50th everywhere. Anyway, we're going to the Tour de Eiffel. We're gonna try to go all the way up to the top.
Maybe we can get some grub.
And then after that, I'm not entirely sure we're doing between that and going to Versailles. But Versailles. Well, Mom, they were saying that we might just go straight from here to Versailles.
I want to change.
Into what? It's gonna get cold tonight.
Yeah, that you're right. But like,
just roll your sleeves up until then. It's gonna get cold tonight, girl. Like, you know how chilly it was this morning? It's gonna be chillier tonight.
what is this?
It's like a princess sleeve. Yeah, and then like tuck this like under, and it can be a princess sleeve. Anyway,
Stay.
who knows?
No one knows.
Who knows? But now we're going to. We were here at 22 because it was. How would we rate the day so far, guys? 10 out of 10. Let me think.
What's the back?
What did we do?
So you tried to go to the store.
Yeah,
this
so we
morning.
checklist of today. We tried to go to Brush Store. Brush Store is closed for holiday. We went to get grub. I got my hot chocolate. We went to the museum with the sound bowls. And then we tried, so when we left last time I vlogged, we were saying we were on our way to the Eiffel Tower. That was a 45-minute walk. And so like halfway through, everyone was like, here, let's stop for a minute. Let's get some water. So we sat down at a cafe. I got actually probably the most amazing avocado toast I've ever had in my lifetime. So good. And then we walked the rest of the way to the Eiffel Tower. And now we are waiting in line to go up the elevator. And it's a long ass line, I'm sure, because it's like all of this over here, but then there's also stuff way back there that is, line. But then after this, we're going to Versailles. And then tomorrow, we're actually doing, the only thing we have planned is the Musée d'Orsay. And then on Sunday, we have the Louvre and the PSG tour that the boys are doing. So I was wrong about that lineup. But yeah, we're about to go up the Eiffel Tower. Amelia is nubby now.
No, look at my nail though. Like, this is how it came off.
Oh, wait, pop off the nubs.
It's so
Yum. Jen Henry, how would we rate the day? Out of 10. 8. 8? Okay. Why an 8?
With the man with your day.
Why not a 10? Oh, you don't want to wait in line? That's the problem?
No, I don't.
Tragic. But yeah. We're trying to go up to the Eiffel Tower. We've just come down from the Eiffel Tower. How would we rate the Eiffel Tower experience?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. What docks that from being 10?
My feet see cold.
Stella, how would we rate our Eiffel Tower experience?
10 out of 10.
Mills?
10 out of 10.
Anyway, we won't hate on the children. We were just all the way up there. And we are now trekking to the metro to go to the Palace of Versailles. Please, Hannah or somebody, get my Who Was show reference. But yeah, we are heading to Versailles. It's about a 15-minute walk to the metro and then about an hour metro ride, and we're gonna be able to walk all around the grounds. And there's a fireworks show, and the fireworks show ends at 10:50. So then once we leave, like, we're gonna get home at like probably midnight 1ish. So that is the rest of our day. Today is day 2 in Paris, and it is, girl, I cannot tell you what time it is. It is 10:15 a.m. and we are making some breakfast downstairs. We're cooking up some eggs, and then we're going into Paris today, and we're going to the Musée d'Orsay. I'm not exactly sure what kind of exhibits they have right now, but I love a museum, so très bien. And then I think we're gonna go look at I think we're gonna go back by that brush place from yesterday to see if they're open today. And then we are going to go to some vintage shops. I would like to try to find some ballet flats because that's like, I think they're so cute, and I really like the dress I'm wearing tomorrow to the couture exhibit. I want to wear ballet flats with it, so hopefully I can find some today. And then also on the off chance, because I know it's summer, so like vintage shops don't really have their winter stuff out, I want to see if we can find some knee-high boots because I really want that for the winter when I go to school. But yeah, that is kind of our plan for today. I'm not really sure if we're gonna do anything else. I don't think we're gonna be out too late because last night after the Versailles thing, we got home around 1 and everyone crashed, which is why like it's 10:15. It takes like an hour to get into Paris. Like, we let everyone sleep in a little bit because you know what? We were out late. But the Versailles thing last night was so freaking cool. We got there and it was like the sunset was incredible. They had like the lights shining up at the palace. They had all the fountains going in the gardens. And then we go down there and they have like these cool like sculptures in the gardens, and like down the main like walkway, like the main like field, and then like by some other stuff, there were these like fire jets. They're in the videos, like fire jets. And they like shot up in tune with like some of the music, and then they did this big drone show, and then right at the end they did like fireworks and the drones and the fire. It was so cool. But it felt like you were in like a fantasy book. Like it literally, the way the palace was lit up and the way there were gardens and like everyone was talking and there was loud music and we had like drinks, like it literally felt like you were in like some kind of fantasy book. It was so cool. I literally was like, Zoe, I need my Queen Zoe here. I feel like we would be in our little fairy tale world here. But so that is that. I can't really think of anything else right now. But so that is what we did yesterday. That's what we're doing today. We've just exited Le Musée d'Orsay. Stella got this book. Stella, peep your book. It's stickers, and they're really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, we were in the Musée d'Orsay for like what, an hour and a half, I think?
I feel like 2 hours.
2 hours, and our dogs are howling. Really, all of our feet hurt so bad. And so we were sitting on the ground just now because we're waiting. Right as we're leaving the Musée d'Orsay, we stopped by the gift shop and Dad went to a cafe to find a seat. So we were sitting on the ground waiting for him to pin drop us. But now we are trekking over to a little cafe. But this museum was so freaking cool. They had so many amazing like sculptures, and the paintings were insane. They had a Monet and a Van Gogh like section.
Okay, I was gonna be like, they had a lot of Monet and Van Gogh, not just one.
I was gonna be like, no bro, a section.
These look like microbes.
Microbes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be in like the depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
And then
That bow is bioluminescent.
bioluminescent. And then yeah. So we looked at all the different paintings. There were like paintings, photographs, sculptures, all sorts of super cool stuff. It was a really, really cool museum. Like even in the middle, it was like huge in glass, and it had this really cool clock tower. It was so awesome. Amelia, how would you rate our experience?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, what was your favorite painting?
I really liked, let me think, so I liked a lot of them. I liked the unfinished ones that Mom wanted to hang in our house.
Yeah.
I really liked all the statues.
The statues were definitely my favorite. They just look, they're just so cool looking.
I don't understand
all the
how
statues.
They, like, do the drapes.
The draping of it, I know, it's so cool. But now we're going to get some grub and take a seat, and then we are going to go back by the brush store we tried to go to yesterday. But we're going back by the brush store we tried to go to yesterday to see if it's open today and if there's not too bad of a line. And then we're also going to go by Shakespeare & Co. Once again, I just want to see it, but if there's a really bad line, like, we're not going to wait. And then we're going to maybe, depending on how our feet are feeling, go to some vintage shops. But that is the plan. It's the plan. Bonjour vlog. We just exited Belize.
Yeah.
It was what it sounded, but it's spelled bully. Belize, but with our wait, hold, I'll give a haul. So
Okay, I'll open.
we got this bag has our actual hairbrushes in it, but so we all got a comb. So this is mine. Look, it all came in this little pretty red packaging. And so here she is, and it says my name on her, and I think she's so cute. And it was so good because they came back and they were like, we don't have this shape in the color that you want, like pick a different one. And so I'm like, darn, like it's fine, but this is the one that I actually wanted. And then they came back and they were like, we found one, so you can have it. And I was like, yes. And then Amelia got this one. Look how cute she is. And it says Amelia. And then mommy got one that mommy's is so cute. So hers in a brown bag, so it's a different color. But look how cute she is.
She's just
Abigail. Because I think this is so, like, this looks like white chocolate to me.
I know, it's
It looks
the white
really good. It looks so cute.
And then we got
2 hand creams and a soap in this really
soap.
it's a body
Well, the
wash.
body-
It's body
it's a
wash
body
and then
wash.
a hand and then body lotion. And then also like he threw in these cutie little like scratch and sniff things. We got dad a little mini comb for his beard for his hair. But it's a gift for their anniversary. And then he also, because the guy we had was so nice, he threw in like these little toothpaste and foot cream,
we're out of toothpaste.
foot cream samples. But so
foot and hand cream.
oh, foot and hand cream. But so we got to, I'll take this back now. I don't want to make you hold it. But we got to fire. We got to the store and there was like already a line, and they were like, there was like a little like red, like, you know what they do that lines red carpets? Like one of those was there to hold the line, and there was one at the end of the line, and we're like, oh, that's weird. Like I wonder if they're done for the day. The guy in line was like, no, like you have to go across, like just like right across the road, to be in line. And so we go over there and we're like, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Like I hope it's not too bad.
It was literally like 15.
We were in line probably for 30 minutes in total. Like we were over on the other side of the street for probably like 5 minutes. We were able to move over and we all made it in. And then we went in, we made all of our brushes, we looked at everything. It was so cute. But like when we got in there, the line got so long. Like we could see how much longer the line was going. We were like, damn, we got here right in time. But so now we all decided to take a quick seat in this park. Dad, Tyler, and John Henry didn't want to go into the store, so they've been at a park since we went and got grub earlier. And so yeah, now we're gonna go check out a vintage shop. We don't know how much vintage shopping we're gonna do because our feet hurt. And we were gonna go try to do Shakespeare & Co. is right behind us, but the line is just freakishly long, so like it's just not worth it to wait you can see it, like it's bad. And so we're gonna see how many vintage shops we can get through. But we will see how it goes and what we end up doing. We are training home, and tell me why. So we get on our first train, and then my dad, as we're getting off, is like, okay, we have 5 minutes till the next train leaves. And so we're like, okay, let's haul ass, let's run. We're running. So we make it up. We're like on the platform. We're looking for the trains. We see our train. Me and Amelia, we're running for the train. We get on the train. Doors closed. Rest of the fam, nowhere to be found. They are back on the platform. We're chilling. Mom is on the other side of the door, like trying to hit it. And so I'm like, okay, let me click the button from the inside, the open button. It's not opening. I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. We get in. Dad calls me. He's like, get off at this station. We're like, okay, will do. But it was just really funny. And everyone's just kind of getting ready right now. I just finished getting ready, and then we're all gonna get some grub downstairs. We're gonna make some eggs and stuff like that before we leave, so we're not super hungry. And then we're gonna take the train into the city. And the plan for today is that at 12:30, Mom, Amelia, Stella, and I have tickets to go to the Couture exhibit at the Louvre. I'm so excited for this. We had like at the beginning of the trip before we came, we thought that the exhibit didn't open until August 24th. And so we were like, darn, we're gonna miss it. But it turned out it ends on August 24th, so we are able to go. So it's like, and then while we're doing that, Dad, Tyler, and John Henry have tickets to go tour the PSG Stadium at 1. And so that's what we're doing then. I don't know how long either of those things are gonna take, I'll be so for real. And then after that, we might go to some more vintage shops, because yesterday, like we went to some vintage shops and we went into like 2 or 3, and then we were all like, okay, we have walked so many steps, like let's just go back to the house. And so Amelia and I had our little train debacle, and then we all ended up getting, Amelia and I had our little train debacle. We got to the station and Dad called me and was like, our train got canceled. We're not going to be there till like 8:05. So we sat on that station for like an hour. None of the like no password Wi-Fi's would connect to our phones. So we sat there for like an hour and waited for them. And then we all walked back to the Airbnb, and we stopped to pick up food at like ground beef and pizza sauce at one of the grocery stores that was on the way. And then we all made dinner, went to bed. And so hopefully we'll be able to do more vintage shops today. We'll probably just walk around the city some more. But we leave Paris tomorrow for Antwerp, so hopefully today goes flawlessly. Just every other day has been so amazing. This has been like the most incredible 3 days, so hopefully everything goes well. Last day in Paris. We have done quite some things since I last updated, because I updated before we even left. What time is it, guys? It's 4:17, and we've done quite a bit since I last updated. So after we left the house this morning, we went to the Louvre, me, Stella, Amelia, and Mama, and we did the couture exhibit. It was so cool. Like, the way it was set up is like they have exhibits in the Louvre dedicated to like Napoleon's apartments and like Versailles furniture, and so they set them up almost like those rooms. And they put the like outfits and clothes like kind of embedded in that section of it, so like all of the clothes like kind of matched their surroundings, and it was super cool. There were so many beautiful ones. There were like really like abstract pieces, like ones that were like not at all like something you could wear like out on the street, but then there were other ones that were like you could like see that somebody wearing that like on it, like out in like a big city. So it was super cool. And then while we did that, Tyler, Dad, and John Henry went to tour the PSG stadium. They said it was very cool. They got some pictures. And then we went back by the brush store because they told us yesterday that because we don't live in France, we can get a tax refund on the taxes we paid on the brushes yesterday. And so Mom went back and they were like, okay, here's like, they gave her kind of almost like a receipt or a card or something that she can then go actually get the refund at the airport. But then after that, we went and we met up with Dad and them, and then we all decided we wanted to go to a cafe, and we went to a cafe to get some grub, and then John Henry and I split a club sandwich, which was really, really good. And then now we are walking to like a little farmer's market type thing to get some stuff for dinner, and then we're gonna go back to the house because everyone is just feeling pretty white, pretty pooped. So we're gonna go back a little bit earlier than we normally would. That was also gonna make brownies. Yum. But yeah. But anyway, that is our goal for the rest of the day. Hello. We all just got back to the Airbnb. Let's see. I last talked after we got grub, and so after that we walked over to a little like marketplace. It was more of a market. It was more than a marketplace. It was like a big grocery store, but it was multiple floors. And so we went in there and we got like some fish, we got some potatoes, we got some green beans, and so we're gonna make all of that for dinner. I'm really excited. I'm very hungry. And so then we're gonna eat, and then today's our last day in Paris. So tomorrow we're leaving relatively early in the morning to drive to Antwerp, and Antwerp is our last city before we get back into Amsterdam. And then so it is Sunday right now. My parents fly out and they go home less than a week from today on this coming Saturday. And so it's really exciting. It's super crazy, but today was so fun. Like the couture exhibit was so incredible. These 3 days in Paris I think might have been my favorite of the trip so far. Like everything was just so incredible. The weather was great. It was so nice. But I think this is gonna be the last clip for the Paris vlog before like I end it off. Then tomorrow we'll pick up in Antwerp. We only have one full day. We have 2 nights, 1 full day. But yes, I'll miss Paris. I'm definitely gonna try to come back once I'm in school, but this is the end of this one.